Aloha, bitches. Not how I wanted that to tumble out, but there really is no time for a take two. All right, it's good to be here. It's good to be back. Welcome in, welcome in. Am I going to start doing a podcast every week? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just need to be loose and free. So let's just enjoy this right now and let's not worry about next week. How about that? The rumors are true. I was in Hawaii. So crazy. Just so crazy to return to Hawaii. The last time I was there was 2018. It doesn't matter. So I had been planning this trip. I had to plan it early. So about 4 months ago, I was like, okay, like, I know it's going to be in November. Like, when is it going to be? And if you're a girl, you know about, like, periods and stuff. And maybe if you're a boy, you know about it too. But it's like, ideally, if you can control it, I mean, not that you can control when it comes, but it's like if you can control when you travel, whatever. I was trying to plan it so that I would not have my period in Hawaii because on paper, who wants their period in Hawaii? Wild episode to open with. But it's just like it needs to be talked about and it's bigger than the actual like period itself. It's like really not even about that, but it's like this is what needs to be said. And it's also just like, get over it. Like, I'm just like, are we still living in a world where it's like, I don't know, whatever. So I did everything I could to ensure that I would not have my period in Hawaii. I mean, I was going back through records pretty much starting in 7th grade. I was like, all right, I first got my period in 7th grade. So let's just kind of work backwards or let's kind of work forwards from there. I was like, crunching numbers. I was doing long division. I was like, okay, minus the 2 plus the 8. Like I was doing every sort of equation possible to try and pinpoint when it was I would have my period. And usually I have a pretty good idea. And I know people are going to be like, use an app. Enough. I write it down in my notes, like I have a fairly good idea, but the thing about periods is like they do what they want, it's like sometimes they come a couple days early, sometimes they come 7 days early. It's like ultimately it's like we can try, we cannot predict these things, and that's okay. But I didn't know it was okay a few months ago, and I was like stressing out, and I was like kept going back, and I was like, well, there was an anomaly in July, and maybe it's gonna 4 months later present itself again and counterbalance and the codes and the this and this and that. Like I was freaking, I had charts, like I had everything going. I was like, when is this bitch coming in? Like ultimately we can't know, but I feel like this is a good window. And then the thing about me is like sometimes, and like I don't really like to say this out loud because I don't really like to like keep giving it power, but it's like, I guess we will say it, where it's like sometimes like a week before I get my period, I get a migraine. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to be there when I have a migraine either. Like it's just a whole freaking thing. Whatever. Like, so I felt good about my dates. I felt like I had it figured out. September took a turn. Like it was already booked like early August. September took a turn. It came like 9 days early and I was like, fuck. I was like, oh boy, how is this going to affect Hawaii? And I was like, I'm not even going to think about it. I'm not even going to fucking think about it. And then I went to Detroit in October. And it came earlier then, which actually worked out for me because then I could go to Detroit after my period. I was just like free to live in Detroit. And I was like, okay, well that worked out. And like, I'm just going to be grateful for that. And like Hawaii's looming closer and I'm just looking at the numbers and I'm just like, this is not looking good. It's not looking good. And at a certain point I was like, just let it go. Just surrender. I mean, what else can you ever do? And I was just like, I knew what was coming. It's like, listen, I've been in the lab with the numbers. I know how this shakes out. I know my period's coming, just like probably on the flight there, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, even though I was like mildly upset about it, I was just like, it is what it is. And I was like, you know what? Don't decide anything in your mind. Like, maybe it took a weird hop in September. Maybe it'll hop forward in November. It's like, we have to be open to all possibilities. Why am I screaming? So, I mean, I really did know what was coming, but I just was like, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about it. But whatever. Bottom line, I get my period. Like, I got there on Sunday. I got my period on Monday. And it's like, you know what? I was actually just happy I got it. Like, at that point, I was just so like, I saw how insane it is to try to like plan your life in such a way. It's like, I mean, I guess, but it's like the effort I put into trying to figure it out. Like, it's just like, at a certain point, just like pick a fucking date and hope for the best. It's like, and knock on wood, it's like, you don't know anything. Like, you don't, like, maybe I have a headache from something else. Like, whatever, this isn't really making sense. But it was actually nice because I did have my migraine the week before. So it was like, I would rather actually have my period in Hawaii than have a migraine in Hawaii. So I was grateful for that. And it was just like, you know what? As soon as it came, I was like, what's the fucking big deal about it? Like, yeah, maybe I'm like not going to probably wear like a couple of my crisp white outfits like on the first couple days, but it's like, we're here for a week. Like, I'll get it at the end of the week and it'll even be better then because I'll be like super tan and it'll pop off the white. It's like, what's great about this? That's a really good tool to use. I don't know exactly what that's from. I mean, it's from something. It's like, just any time you're just like in life, just in any situation, in any scenario, just ask yourself out loud, what's great about this? And then it trains your mind to move in that direction. Tony Robbins has a similar thing where he always says, like, what's wrong is always available. What's wrong? Well, this, and are wrong. It's like, okay, if what's wrong is available, so is what's right. So it's just a shift of a mindset where it's like, instead of looking for everything that's wrong, look for everything that's right. And then an extra step is like, what's great about this? So I'm just like, yeah, it's great that I can't wear my white outfits tonight or tomorrow. And by the time I get really tan by the end of the week, it will pop so freaking hard. It'll contrast so well. Like, thank you, And yeah, it's like I got my period and it was just like, I was just literally laughing about it because like I was acting like, I don't even know how I was acting like about like how tragic it was going to be if I got my period in Hawaii. And it was just like, so not a big deal. It's like, okay, yes, I guess we have to like put a little more thought into some things sometimes, but it's like, it's just really not a big deal. It's like, is this the end of the world? No. It's like, am I fine? Yes. And I was just like, truly, like, it was such a valuable lesson. And it's just like, it is what it is. And this keeps bringing me back to this concept that I read about in this book called inner experience. I'll put it in the description. It's basically this concept of like, he used to be a professional baseball player and just like, so it's some sports analogies, but it's also just like mostly life. And it's just like, he presented this concept of like, of course it's nice to want to win. Like, if you're playing a game, of course, like, have the desire to win. Like, that's totally like, yes, great. But it's like, be open to the idea that perhaps winning is not what's best for you for this particular experience. It's like and it's a really crazy thought. And because he's like presents this example and he's like, maybe the best thing for you and your team is to lose the game. And this is more of a basketball example with 0.4 seconds left on the clock. Like, maybe that's the best thing for you. Like, you actually don't know ultimately in like the whole path and scope of your life, like what is best for you. And so it's like, I was like, you know what? I'm thinking like what's best for me is to not have my period in Hawaii, but it's like, you know what? maybe exactly what's best for me is to have my period in Hawaii. Like, I'm like, you know what? Like, I literally just like instantly was like, I think this is the best thing for me. I mean, what better place to have your period than Hawaii, you know? Because you're like, maybe you're at home and you're like, you know, and you're like, I'm just going to stay inside and I'm just going to like stay in tonight. But it's like in Hawaii, it's like, was my period going to stop me from fucking like stepping out at the pool? Absolutely fucking not. Was it stopping me from like cascading myself down to the beach? Absolutely not. So it was like, it was honestly awesome to have my period in Hawaii. And it was so brief. It was such a brief one. And just, yeah, get over the whole period thing. It's just the thing of like, you don't know what the best thing for you is. And it's like this thing that I was like fearing. Like I was like, oh my God, not in Hawaii. And then it came the day pretty much that I got there. And I was just like, lol. It's like you have to just laugh at life with life, because if you really think about it, what is the alternative? What's the alternative? Like, are you going to cry about it? It's like, I mean, sometimes it's the moment to cry about it, you know, but it's like, have a good cry and then get back in it, you know? It's like no big deal. Like a cry doesn't mean like your day's bad or like your day's fucked up or like the rest of the day has to be bad. Like you are allowed to begin again in every moment. Sometimes it's like you need to cry. It's like, great. It's like, get it out. And then it's like, okay, what's next? It's like, okay, I feel better. But it's just like, yeah, if you're not laughing about it, like what are you doing about it? It's like what is it going to accomplish for me to be like devastated by it? Like, oh my God, I got my period in Hawaii, the one thing I was trying to prevent. Like, well, trip ruined. Trip ruined. It's like, hell no. It's like you realize that like nothing can really ruin your experience. Like I'm there and I'm like, okay, great. It's like we proceed, we keep going. The sun rises, the sun freaking sets. Oh gosh, it's reminding me of this Indigo Girls song. Is that right? I don't even fucking know. My friend put this song on a playlist like back in the freaking day. I think it's called Least Complicated is the name of the song, and it's a live version of it. And, you know, they're doing their little, like, spiel up front, and, like, she told this little story, and she's just like, you have to laugh or else you'll cry your eyes out. And it's really true. It's like you just have to laugh at it. I just have to be like, I spent countless hours poring over documents and records trying to figure out when I would get my period so that I wouldn't have it here. And less than 24 hours of me being on this island, I have my period. Like, it's funny. And it is genuinely funny. Like, it is genuinely so fucking funny. And it's just like, again, what else am I going to do? Be like, I miscalculated this, and this. It's like, it goes back to this book that I just reread, The 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. It's like one of the 4 agreements is like, always do your best, but don't do any more than your best. Because when you're doing more than your best, you're just trying way too fucking hard. And when you try too hard, just nothing really works, you know? So it's like I just, you know, in the past, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe this. I can't fucking believe this. I got it wrong. Like, how could I have done this? And I'm just like, you know what? I did my best. I did my best to predict something that's like a bit unpredictable. And the math wasn't mathing, you know, like it didn't come out the way I thought it would. Oh, well, like, whatever. What am I going to fucking do? Like sit here and be mad at myself about it? It's like, I have no interest in being mad at myself. Like it's so uninteresting to me to be like, how could you fucking do this? How could you have got the dates wrong? Like I just literally was like, lol. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like a good thing to share, just to be like, you know, just laugh about it. And like sometimes you're like, I can't. And it's like, you can. You can. You can if you want to. All right. I mean, Jesus. Oh boy. I was able to operate a motor vehicle while I was in Hawaii. It's like, I feel like when like you book flights and they're like, do you want to rent a car? I'm like, ew, no. Wait, like, why is the concept of renting a car like so nasty to me? Like, it's like in my head, I like don't like it. Like, I'm like drive a different car while I'm somewhere else. I'm like, no. And I think I was going off my last trip into Hawaii where it's like Ubers were very readily accessible and like very just like easy. And I was like, why do I need to like drive in Hawaii? And then it was just like cut to me driving in Hawaii. And I was like, arguably this was all I needed to do was get behind the wheel of a motor vehicle and just fucking take to the streets, you know? And it was just exhilarating. Like they only had Jeeps or like huge SUVs. And I was like, give me an SUV. Like just fucking give it to me. My first car was a Ford Explorer. Oh gosh, are we going back to this? Sure, why not? I had a Ford Explorer. I got a used Ford Explorer when I was 16 and I really just wanted a plain black one. Plain black. We like couldn't find one and so we like found this one and it had this salmon colored stripe around its whole body. Have I talked about this before? Whatever, it bears repeating. And I was just like sickened by this salmon stripe. Like I was just like, oh dear God. But it's like I needed a car and like it was just like, okay, the price is right. And what I did, and wow, I'm really proud of myself for knowing this back in the day. Don't bring me your problems. Bring me the solutions. I don't care what the problem is, okay? It has a salmon stripe around its body that I don't enjoy. I don't care to dwell in the problem. What is the solution? I was working in In-N-Out at the time. I said, no problem. I will save up and I will get it painted. And that's what I did. And I maybe had that salmon stripe for like 2 months. That's all it took me. I freaking busted my ass. I'm like at In-N-Out. I'm like, get me in here, guys. I need this salmon stripe gone. And they were like, relax. You'll work. The shifts you're scheduled for. Like, just calm down, you know? And I'm like, no, you guys, I cannot be driving around like this with a salmon stripe wrapped around my car's body. Like, I just can't. And they're like, all right, let's give her some extra shifts. Like, she's really on one. And I was able to save up and get the aforementioned salmon stripe removed, whatever. I'm just like accustomed to an SUV. And then I had that car for so long and then I traded it in and got none other than a Mini Cooper. Like I went from big to small, like and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then like, sure enough, you get used to that. In a book I read so long ago that I think about all the time. One of the, actually makes me a bit sad. One of the saddest things I've ever read, you can get used to just about anything. Because in that situation, it was a bad thing. And it's really true. Like you can get used to anything. So you might as well make it good things. But yeah, the car I have right now is actually like, it's like pretty much an SUV kind of. It's like a small SUV. It's so freaking cute. But anyways, it felt good to be in like a really big SUV. Like I'm coming through like everyone move, and like, gosh, it was white too. Never driven a white car. I mean, maybe I have at some point. Like I haven't owned a white car. And it was just like, yeah, driving in Hawaii was one of the most awesome experiences I've ever encountered. And I felt like it was my car. Like I'm like, where's my car? Like I have 2 cars. One's in Hawaii. It's white. It's huge. I don't even know what it was. I don't even freaking know what it was. Anyways, yeah, that was freaking awesome. Oh my God. So one day I wake up actually I woke up really early every day. It's nice because it's 2 hours behind. It was on November 11th, the 11/11 portal, and I was like, I need to watch the sunrise. Okay, I wake up, I go down to the beach, I am like chilling, I turn around, there's a woman and a dog, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, can I pet your dog? And she was like, yeah, and like, she seemed a bit distracted, and she was like, my dog's just like, she sees the seal, and I was like, sorry, and she was like, the seal on shore, and I was like, turned around. Sure enough, there's a seal. Didn't even see it. Didn't even see it. So captivated was I with the sun and the sky and the clouds and the waves. So this seal is resting on shore. It's beached. It's fully in the sand. And the woman's like, I realize now she's like gathering these like signs. They're like wood, large wooden sticks, and they have signs at the end of them. And it's like Hawaiian monk seal resting, like don't get closer. And she's like, will you help me put these signs around the seal, because like it's not good when people get close to the seal, because she might prematurely go back into the water and she really needs to rest. And I'm like, so relatable, you know? And it's just like, it's so huge. It's like rest is so important. It's like you cannot skip over resting. Oh my God, I could talk about resting for 5 hours. Okay, whatever. So she's like, can you help me put these signs up? I'm like, can I help you? I'm like, I literally would love nothing more to do. It's like, it's really nice. And every day I just wake up and I ask, like, how can I be useful? And I know that sounds annoying, but it will make your life so much better and easier when you just approach the day with like, what can I give? What can I contribute? How can I help? And it's often just the smallest things, like getting the door for someone, like just doing a little extra that it doesn't take much. It's like people want it, like, I feel like everyone just focuses on like the craziest things. Like they're like, oh my God, the world and this, and this. And it's like, yeah, and you're not going to do anything about it. Like, sorry, like you don't have that fucking power. It's like people are talking about the Middle East and it's like, okay, it's like, so what do you want to do? Like fucking go over there? It's like, shut up. It's like, shut up. It's like, unless you're going to fucking go there, like stop talking about it. So it's like, there are so many things you can do right where you are. So it's like when this woman asked me if I could help her put up these fucking signs to help ensure that a Hawaiian monk seal gets the proper rest that she needs, I was just like, this is all I've wanted. This is all I want from this day. Like, seriously. So I'm like carrying these signs with her over there. It like the wind kind of starts to pick up, like it gets dramatic so fast. And she's like, you have to really like push the wood sticks down into the sand or else they'll fall over. And I'm like, okay. And as I'm twisting, I'm like, oh yeah, like I twisted it so much and it's like unstable. And I'm like, oh yeah, these bitches really have to be dug in the sand. The wind starts picking up. It starts raining. I'm like literally shipwrecked. No, I'm like out at sea. I'm like literally the Odyssey. Oh my God, I reread the Odyssey. Do we have time to talk about it? We'll see. I'm like batten down the hatches. Like I'm just like on my knees, like twisting this fucking sign in the sand. And I'm like, get the other one. Like it's like a life or death situation. A crowd started to form. And like we put up all these ones, they're falling. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, my hair is getting wet. I'm like, there's no time to think about my hair getting wet. I'll have to just deal with it. And like, so then we put up all the signs, the seal's resting, it's like raining. And like, I didn't even realize the woman had left. I see her like above me, sort of like above the beach on like the boardwalk. And she's like calling out to me and she's like, points that one of the signs has like floated away in the ocean. I'd like to say I will like to say here, it wasn't one of my signs. Doesn't matter. I was really making sure they were in. So I abandoned my task of swiveling one of the signs in the sand and I go run in the water and get the sign. And she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's like waving at me. And I'm just like, it's like 6:58 in the morning. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I get up all the signs and I'm just like, oh my God, I need to rest after this. I'm like, move over. I'm like, this Hawaiian seal needs to rest. I'm like, I need to fucking rest. I'm like, bitch, move over. Like, let me get next to you. Like, I need people to stand back as well. And it's like, once I lock in on a job, it's like, I'm fucking not going anywhere. Like, I'm taking it extremely seriously. Some might argue too seriously. Like, a crowd started to form, like, and they were like not on the beach. They were sort of like on this like sidewalk above the beach. And like, I was literally like, I'm like a park ranger. Like, I'm like, you guys, I'm like, okay, yes, like take your little pictures. Like, you can stand here for a second, but let's keep it moving. Okay. Like, she really needs to rest. Like, I'm just like not fucking around. I now feel solely responsible for this particular Hawaiian monk seal. And I'm just like running a tight ship. Like, I'm just like, everyone, let's just keep it moving. Okay. It's like, have you ever seen a seal rest before? Yeah. Well, if you haven't, there you go. And just keep fucking walking. Just go to breakfast, go get your little coffees. Like, we don't have time. We cannot risk you like interrupting the rest of this Hawaiian monk seal. So yeah, that was extremely special. I'll say that was extremely special. Oh my God. They also had this French toast at the hotel that was sweet potato French toast. Holy freaking shit. It was so good. And since it was sweet potato, it was like basically healthy. Oh my God. Okay, one last thing and then I have to go. Okay, so I don't like housekeeping all the time. Like, it's just like, I don't want to put all my stuff away. I don't need shit changed every day, whatever. But like 2 days in, I was like, okay, like, you know, like I could do with a tightly made bed. So I like don't put my little sign up and like housekeeping comes. I come back to my room. It's like so clean. I'm like, oh my God. Yes. Thank you. I go out to the pool or something. I forget like the logistics, but I come back at one point and there's a sign on my door and it says maintenance in progress. And I'm like, sorry. I go in my room and I'm like, hello? I'm like, what the fuck? My shower is like not filled, but like has a few inches of black water in it. I'm like, is this volcanic ash? I'm like, what's going on here? I'm like, wait, what? I call the front desk. I'm like, hi. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh my God. They're like, so your shower is like messed up and we cannot fix it. And like, we need you to move rooms. I have unpacked like I'm never leaving. Like, I've like hung everything. Things are in drawers. Like, just like my stuff. It's like, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to take me a full calendar day to move rooms. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, really nice about it. But I'm like, you know, they're like, yeah, like he might come back and try to fix it. And I'm like, okay, like I don't love actually like someone being in my room when I didn't know they were going to be in my room. Like, I just don't like love that. Like, I said it very nicely and she was like, oh my God, so sorry. Like, we wanted to get this fixed for you. And I was like, no, it's okay. Just like going forward. Okay. And she's like, okay, like tell me when you're packed and like we'll send someone to your room to like help you with your bags. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And I'm like, well, I'm going to dinner, so like it'll have to be after dinner. She's like, that's fine. I go to dinner. I come back. Someone's been in my room. And I'm like, wait. There's a note in my bathroom and it's like, we were able to fix your shower. Like, you don't have to move, like mahalo. And I'm like, okay, be that as it may, and like mahalo to you too. It's like, guys, I requested you like not enter my room when I'm not here. And I'm like, what the hell? But it's like, now it's like the shower is fixed, but it like reeks of cleaning supplies. Like, there's like I don't wear shoes in any room, like definitely not the bathroom. And there's like, you know, like I see a couple like shoe prints. I'm like, you know, I'm a bit of like a clean freak. So like I call the front desk and I'm like, hi. I'm like, they're like, we fixed your shower. And I'm like, no, I know. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, once again, I could not be more nice about it. I'm like, I don't love someone coming in my room when I'm not here. Like, I'm just going to say it again, I guess. And I'm like, the thing is that like it really reeks of cleaning supplies and it's like 10 o'clock by this point. And I'm like, I kind of don't want to like sleep with it like this. And they're like, so nice. They're like, no worries. They're like, do you want to move rooms? And I'm like, can I see the other room? Cause like, not that I should be attached to anything, but I really like my room. And so I'm like, can I see the other room? And they're like, yeah, we'll send someone right now. He'll go show you the room. This like boy comes, he shows me the room. It's like it's like on a different floor, like across from like a freaking ice machine. And I'm like, hell no. And so like, I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just like deal with the smell. Like, I don't remember how bad it is. I get back in my room and I'm like, oh my God, it's bad. I call the front desk again. I'm like, any other rooms? And she's like, let me send him back. The boy comes back. We look at 2 rooms. I just walk in, walk out. He's like laughing. Like, he's like, they're all like technically the same, but the vibes just weren't there. And the showers are different in some of them. I liked my shower. It wasn't a shower tub combo. Please do not present me with a shower tub combo. One or the other, folks. One or the freaking other. So I'm like, these just won't do. And so I get upstairs. It's like I open my balcony door. I'm like, let's just get some fresh air infiltrating. And I'm like, is there any way someone could come up and just like clean the bathroom a little bit? Like, it's just like I can't deal with like that. There were shoes in there, whatever. Is it a bit extra? Sure. I'm staying in a hotel. Like, it's like, you know, it is what it is. So, and I'm so freaking relieved I don't have to pack. Like, I'm just like, pack and move rooms. Like, I can't. So, oh my God, I just realized I'm like so far away from my camera, whatever. Okay, so whatever. They come clean the bathroom. I go to sleep. Great. Everything's great. Great. The whole next day goes by. I go out to dinner again. I come back. I'm like, I go always straight to the balcony to open the door, like get fresh air. And I'm like walking by like the table and I see these like wine glasses. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm in the wrong room. I'm like, how did I get in here? I'm like, how did my key take me into the wrong room? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the wrong fucking room. But then I like look down, I'm like, wait, that's my notebook. Then I realized there is this whole spread on the table. There's an entire pineapple sliced up. There's a gift basket like brimming with like local Hawaiian goods, you know, like potato chips, popcorn, this, and that, a bottle of wine. And they're like, there's a note and they're like, we're so sorry about the shower situation. I'm literally lolling. I'm like, you guys, stop coming in my fucking room. Like, it's so nice. Like, it's like such a contrast of things because it's like, it's so nice that you guys did this, but it's like, I've asked you 3 fucking times to stop coming in my room when I'm not there. And it's like, I know you did a nice thing, but it's like, I mean, I obviously didn't call them and say this, but it was just like so funny. Like, it was like, wait, after all that, like you guys came in my room again. It was so freaking funny. Did that story translate? Hard to say. Oh yeah, so there used to always be like these bright green geckos in Hawaii. Like when we used to go, like they used to be literally everywhere. Like you couldn't not see them. This time, I'm like, where the freak are these bitches? Like, I'm like, where the freak are they? I'm looking for them. I don't find them. The next morning I wake up to go to 7 a.m. yoga at the hotel. Like it was one of the most transformative experiences of my life. I'm like not in a rush, but I'm like, okay, I don't know exactly where it is. I'm like, I got to get over there. I'm like walking down the hall. Boom, I see a gecko. Why? Because I wasn't looking. How do you find something you lost? You stop looking for it. I wasn't going out searching. I'm not like, where is it? I just fucking am minding my business, doing my own fucking thing. Boom, I run into a gecko. That's how it goes. And then I was like, okay. And once you see one gecko, you're like, I'll see another. Sure enough, a couple hours later, I saw another gecko. Didn't see a gecko for 4 more days. I was like, what the helly? I'm like, what the helly? I'm like, where are these bitches? I go one day to go to my car, my Hawaiian car, my Hawaiian white SUV car. And I'm like, oh, frick, I forgot something. And so I go to turn around. Boom, a gecko. Why? Because I wasn't looking for it. I only saw 3 geckos on the whole trip, the bright green ones. And then I was talking to this girl that worked in one of the stores at the hotel. And she was like, And I realized that I was looking for them on like the brown of the tree, like the trunks, aka the trunks. And she's like, well, yeah, she's like, they like to like, hide and blend in. So like they probably are on the green part. And I was like, holy freaking shit. I didn't even think about something like that. Like I'm just looking for them in obvious places. And then it's just like, someone gives you a fresh perspective. And like I didn't really get to try out this theory because I was leaving that day. It's like I did look a little bit on the green, but it's like I'll have to go back and test it out. But it was like, holy shit. It's like, have you ever considered that you might be looking in the wrong places? Has that ever occurred to you? Oh, it's just so freaking crazy. It's just so freaking crazy. Anyways, I guess I'm back. It's like, am I back? Probably not. Probably not. A little bit tan. Anyways, guys. Oh my God, the Odyssey. Rereading the Odyssey was fucking crazy. I went to Detroit and I literally had not 1 inch of space in any parcel I had. And so it was like, I was starting a fresh book and I was like, I was wanting to read the Odyssey anyways, but then it was also like a really small paperback copy. And so I was like, I honestly don't even have a choice. It's like, I don't have room for anything other than this. So I brought that. Usually when I go out of town, I bring a couple books just in case I don't like the one that I thought I was going to want to read. I'm like, got to Detroit. I start reading the Odyssey. I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, would love another option. I'm like, okay, we're really doing this. Don't have another option. Don't have room for another option. Not that it was bad. I was just like, do I feel like reading this right now? I am so freaking grateful that I didn't have another book, that I was out of town, because had I been home and started the Odyssey and had all the selection of my books in front of me, I might not have continued with it. But because I was out of town, I had no freaking choice. I started reading it. It was so freaking good. I don't know if you've read the Odyssey in a while. It's so crazy because it's like, okay, this man's gone for like 20 something years. Like the gods have held him back. Like he hasn't been able to get home, whatever. But then like he does get home and like no one even recognizes him. Like he's like, okay, like disguised as like a different, like a beggar or something, but it's like, okay, it's still him. Like he's literally talking to his wife and she's like, oh, stranger from a distant land. And it's like, bitch, you don't recognize your freaking husband? Like, yeah, he might be wearing different clothes, like 20 years might have gone by. It's like, he's still the same fucking person. Like I was like, is everyone insane in this book? Anyways, the Odyssey fucking it delivered. It fucking delivered. And yeah. All right, I'm getting hungry. So I'll TTYL. Bye.